Point of no return, point of no return. Welcome back, man. We know too much. We done seen too much. We've been going through too much. We are experiencing way too much, man. God done revealed himself to us over and over again for us to go back to the way we used to be, the way we used to think, react, and respond to life, man. It's your Holy Ghost homeboy, Slim, SLIMM. Simply living in my moment, which means yesterday is gone. Tomorrow's never promised, so all you have is right now, this moment, and I hope you fully living in yours because I'm fully living in mine, man. Just back with another quick word, man. It's time to bet it all on self, bro. At this point, if people are not like-minded or like-spirited, or y'all paths or y'all purpose are not parallel or similar or the same, then you really can't take advice from nobody right now. You really can't listen to what people got to say. It's like, if this thing is a marathon, you know what I'm saying, and we trying to get to this finish line or this starting line to where we could begin to live life in abundance. If we close to where we want to be, all the advice that people are giving me or giving you is bringing us backwards. Why, if we trying to achieve this goal and this mission, we almost there, what are we looking back for? What are we waiting on? Nobody's gonna save you, bro. Like, nobody's gonna change your situation. Nobody's going to do the work for you. So we have taken the time to do the work, to change ourselves, to change the situation, to become the best versions of ourselves. We left our past behind. We left our old versions of ourselves behind. We had a point of no return, so we can't look backwards, bro. And when you talk to people, they either insulting your intelligence, which is the quickest trigger for me to really just unleash on you. You feel me? Like, don't insult my intelligence and then expect me to play dumb with you. No, I'm gonna call you out, and then when you call people out, then they want to get offensive and all these things and trying to backtrack and what I meant. Nah, bro. I'm listening to what you're saying. I'm listening to what you implying, and it is what it is. So when I call a spade, don't try to tell me it's another type of card, bro. They either gonna disappoint you because you're gonna hear doubt, you're gonna hear hesitation, you're gonna hear fear in their language, you're gonna see it all in their disposition, in their eyes, in their posture. They don't really have what it takes to go to full distance or to go to full measure in order to become the best versions of themselves or really receive the blessings of their breakthroughs. Yeah, you're gonna have these moments in your life where you're gonna get to celebrate, where you're gonna get to be happy, where you're gonna get to pop bottles, where you're gonna be able to spend some money, where you're gonna be able to splurge and do all these things, but that's nothing compared to when you can live in this overflow, this abundance every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't listen to nobody, and that's not out of disrespect, but where you going, where you are, nobody has been there. So how can somebody give you advice or tell you about the path or where you going when ain't nobody been there but you? You figuring this out as you go. It got to be somebody in your family that's willing to take the full grunt, the full responsibility of the generational curse, of the stronghold, of anything that's holding you back in order to face it head on, get in that relationship with God, and then be able to stand in proxy and intercede for everybody in your family. That's what we've been doing. So a lot of our family members are continuing to live in the wrong and live in sin and do things the way that they want to do. And they are continuing to receive a good life. They continue to receive blessings. And remember that God smiles on the just and the unjust. But what y'all don't realize is, when y'all out here doing wrong and sinning, just because you're making some money while you're doing this, it doesn't justify your actions. But while y'all doing this, it's us that's praying for y'all, that's keeping y'all protected, that's keeping y'all from receiving the consequences of your actions, because the wages of sin is death. So it's a lot of people that's in the family that's still breathing, walking, talking, living good because of you, and they don't even know. But you're the person that they criticize. You get called crazy. You get questioned because you're choosing to trust God at his word. It makes no sense. Everything that I'm doing, everything I'm saying is the things that y'all raised me in. We all went to the same church. We all did praise and worship. We all grew up being in the children's choir and doing plays and going to vacation Bible school, then getting older and going through trials and tribulations. Then hopefully you get to learn God for yourself, and then you have a different type of relationship, a closer relationship, to where he takes you from being his child to his friend. And now y'all got a different type of communication, different type of interaction. Y'all close, y'all one, y'all manifesting, y'all living with one another, y'all doing for one another, y'all respect each other. You get to this point and then you realize it's a whole nother level of living. Not a lot of people get to this level to where they can just totally depend on God's word, even though that's what we are supposed to do. Even though that's what we taught. We taught not to fear. We taught not to be afraid. We taught that even in the valley of the shadow of death, we should fear no evil. We taught that when things come our way, if God bring us to it, he could bring us through it. So I'm looking at all these situations, all these trials and tribulations, all these circumstances and situations in my life. And it's like, okay, whatever life brings my way, I'm getting over it. And then not only that, I'm getting better coming out on it, coming out on the other side. You see the improvement, you see the evolution. And then not only that, I'm getting to a place to where I'm not only becoming the best version of myself, but now I'm being allowed to live a life that's gonna allow me to be free and not only just take care of myself, but take care of others too. See, it's a lot of people that are timid and they coward, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of what they look like, regardless of who they are, regardless of what they do for a living. We talking about going after your purpose and after your passion, after the promise that God got for your life. That's two different things. It can be the same thing if you get on that, you know what I'm saying? You get on that walk and you figure out how to use your natural talent, skills, and the gifts and abilities in order to manifest the desires of your heart. It can be the same thing, but usually people, you either doing what you want to do or you doing what God want to do. You feel me? And we doing what God want to do, which is allow us to have the life that we desire, have the life that we seek, and have the life that we want and we need. And we showing people that we don't have fear, we don't have no hesitation, we don't have no doubt, and people looking at us like we crazy. So I'm telling you, just bet it all on yourself. Bet it all on yourself. Don't listen to no man or no woman right now, because I'm telling you, they full of doubt, they full of fear, they full of hesitation. They still looking at their past. They about to turn into a pillar of salt, because it's like, there's no way you can enjoy the present and then think you about to have a future if you still living in the past, if you still repeating history, if you still stuck in these cycles and you're not breaking out of these things to get to a destination. There's still a lot of people that don't know who they are, that don't know what they want to be, that don't know what brings them peace, that don't know what brings them happiness, that don't know what brings them joy, that doesn't know what brings them completion, that doesn't know, you know what I'm saying, what they purpose and the plan and the promise that God has for their life. You got it. So you are ahead of where most people would never be. Self-actualization, your pineal gland opened up, great awakening, breakthroughs, all that's the same thing. And a lot of people don't get there. You know what I'm saying? We talk about that pyramid in school and they tell you that that's the ultimate goal in life. But a lot of people go through life and they're so afraid. They so scared about what the next person thinks. They so afraid that they're not going to be able to make it without this job or make it without this person. But it's like, if you ain't got God in your life, then you don't have anything going for yourself. You need God, bro, because he's the only one that could wake you up. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody else wake you up or put life or put breath in your body but God. So if that's the only person that could give me life and sustain my life, then that's the person that could make my life beautiful. It could take my life from being where I am now to where I want to be. But you got to learn to bet it on yourself, bro, because it's like you making the most sense. You telling the truth. You being honest. But it's a lot of people that are afraid to do what you're doing, so they'll never understand how you got to this point. And it's like, I didn't do nothing special. I just kept coming to God, kept coming to God, kept coming to God, kept coming to God. And eventually it got to a thing to where now we just meet each other. You feel me? Like we both yearn for each other. We both long to talk to each other. We both yearn to be a blessing in each other's lives. And when you at that point in your relationship with God, bro, you're going to go through some crazy things, bro. Because like everything going to happen to try to convince you that God is not real, that what you're doing, that what you're saying, that what you're experiencing is just a figment of your imagination, that the path that has been laid out for you is just a wild goose chase. That, you know what I'm saying, these people that are trying to tell you, you know, better, that they know what's best for your life. No, they don't. We don't live the same life. Even if we in the same household, even if we got the same parents, even if we look identical, we are not the same. God made us all individuals, and what might work for you might not work for me. And I'm looking at a lot of people that's stuck in this system, that's stuck in these buildings, working these jobs that's not making them happy, that's making them sick, that's taking the time away from you and your loved ones. And then you still unable to pay your bills. You still struggling. So you dedicating all this time to these buildings, to these jobs, to these companies, to these people for what? And you still come home and you can't take care of everything. You still living check to check. You still stressed out. You still struggling. So here I am on my journey, and it ain't about monetary, but I got everything I need. You feel me? As long as I get up and I have today, and I have my mind, I have my wits, I have myself, I have my God, I have my faith, I have my trust, I have my belief. I have enough for today, and that's all that matters. People steady planning their next week, their next 2 weeks, their next month, their next year. Okay, that's cool. I wish I had that luxury, bro, but I'm living day to day, bro. All I got is right now this moment, bro, and I'm doing everything I can in this moment to show God that I'm here and I'm living and I'm existing, I'm breathing, and I'm of service and waiting to be used by him. If you're not a vessel, if you're not trying to be a fisher of men, if you're not trying to use everything that you are and everything that you are not to bring people closer back to God, you are wasting your time and wasting your life. There's a lot of people that are following other people, that's following other people, that's following other people, and they trying to give you advice. Please, go take that somewhere else. You still got a boss. You still got a supervisor. You still got somebody you got to answer to. You still got to call in permission to take off of work when your kid's sick, when your husband's sick, and all these things. Man, I don't live that life. I'm not limited by a clock or by a calendar or by these activities or events that y'all hold importance. I don't care who the president is. I don't care who in charge, because God is over all, bro. So once you put yourself in that mind state, in that posture that you're not living according to these rules of this rigid and this false reality, then God elevates you and he gives you wisdom, knowledge, truth, understanding, and then he shows you how to use it and apply it into your life. And then as people seeing miracles being done, they still not seeing God at play or God at work. That's on them. That's on them. I don't have another path or another way or another life, bro. This is all I know. This is all I have, and this is all I trust. Man or woman can't guarantee me nothing. Can't guarantee me nothing. So why am I going to depend on you? Yes, man, we got family, we got friends, and yes, we do for each other. We do exactly what we can, and then what you can't do, we don't blame each other for that. You feel me? Because the things that can't be done, that's beyond our control, that's what we go to God for, bro. And then if we go to God and those things is not done, then you got to thank God that that wasn't done, because that was never meant for you in the first place. But as far as what you need, bro, you just need God, universe, and nature, bro. And your life is elevating and going to a different direction than what even you expected. Your life, you found out, is bigger, bro. You part of a much, much bigger plan, bro. And you just got to stick to your guns. Stick to what you know. Stick to what God has been telling you, because a lot of people is telling you what you feel, what they feel, and what they think, and you telling them what you know. So bet it all on yourself, bro. Like, you in uncharted territories where you are. Nobody in your family has been there before. So you had to experience all this alone. You had to experience the ups and the downs, the not knowing, the fire. You had to face death. You had to face your all these things. So now when you get to this place, you know what I'm saying, you're a pioneer. You are the first of your kind. So you making the path for other people to come to God too. So doing this is very lonely, bro. It's very frustrating, because you know what's going on at all times, and you understand what's going on. But it's the people that's around you that don't understand. And again, like, you got to rebuke the ones that you love sometimes in order to get what God has for you. Excuse me. So this is where we at, bro. It's going to get crazy. It's going to get confusing, because the people that are trying to put doubt and leave these seeds of hesitation and second guessing yourself are the people that's supposed to be supporting you and loving you and understanding you the most. But right now it's a disconnect, because your faith is 100%. There's no doubt, no nothing that's in you. So you operating and living at a level that most people are not, bro. And if you got any inkling of doubt, any inkling of fear, bro, like, you can't reside where I stay, bro. So you just be patient, continue to talk and explain if you can. But right now it's time to really just stop talking and just let God go ahead and move you, so you can start doing and producing results. So just get quiet, because it's going to turn into an argument, because you could say the same thing a million times. You standing in your truth ain't never changed, and people act like they don't understand what's going on. You talk about God and all this, and they act like you crazy. So I guess I'm the craziest then. You know what I'm saying? I love God the most. You feel me? So I go ahead and be the craziest person then. But bet it all on yourself. Stay safe, stay sane. And remember, don't get comfortable until you achieve the mission, until everything is done. Just keep doing your work. Be patient, be persistent, and God is going to continue to show up and show out in your life. But like I say, just bet it all on self, man. You can't listen to nobody right now. And it ain't got nothing to do with respect or disrespect. It is just what it is. They can't tell you how to get to where you're going, because ain't nobody ever been. Till next time, Slim.